What's up, YouTube? Mr. Captain Falcon here for another deck profile. This is a deck profile on my zombies, and more, what's called accurately, this is my Beelze Zombie Turbo. But that's hard to say, so we'll just say zombies. This deck I've been playing for a few weeks now. It's fairly consistent. Worst matchup is itself and spellbooks, but that's beside the point. This deck focused on just summoning Beelze, which is a level 8 Synchro that came out in the Gold Series, and his effect is, I can't be destroyed, period. Really good card, and really hard to get rid of. So, deck profile. 2 Troopers, this is to mill our important cards. He can crash with Thunder King, which is a plus, and that's really good. And, yeah, the deck doesn't have enough mill sometimes, so he gets it going. 3 Mally, I love-hate this card. If it goes off, it's really good. If you draw multiples, it sucks, which is me. But you can once you get one of these engraved, you can make 1 or 2 Beelze on a turn, so he's really good. 2 Plague Spreader. This is the start of our zombie engine. He makes Beelze with malicious, really good. He's recyclable off Zombie Master. He's searchable off Goblin Zombie, and he's also really good fodder for Alert and Zombie Master, so that's really good. 2 Zombie Master, 3's Cloggy, 1's not enough. This is basically so we can make our plays going with either Plague Spreader, or we can blow up the field effects a ton, so this card's really good. And he's searchable off this guy, 3 Goblin Zombie. He's the only floater we play. We don't play Pyramid Turtle because he's kind of slow. And but Goblin Zombie makes it so when you Synchro him, you can get him back off Zombie Master and get your level 4 plays going. Card's really good. Surge is Plague. Surge is entire zombie engine, so he's really good. 3 Mizuki. Again, no Pyramid Turtle, but this card's really good. If it's in the graveyard, it's good as a generic beat stick. Just having this with the Zombie Master makes it really good because you can just dump this off Zombie Master and then, like, you know, get back your Goblin Zombie, overlay for Chain, banish or detach the Zombie Master, get it back off Mizuki, and then start over again. So the card's really good. Let's see. And play 3 Craybones. We play 3 because we play E-Telly. And this is Foolish Burial with an E-Telly. He's basically an instant Beelze with Mally and this. So it's really good. And then 1 Dark Arm. This is the only card I'm kind of apprehensive about. Card's really good when it goes off. Card's really bad if you don't foresee it. But that's the same with every card. But you have a lot of grave control with Mizukis, Plagues, and the Mally, so he's not too much of a problem to get out. But most of the time, he just comes out so you can clear back her before you make Beelze. Really good. For our spells, we play 1 Allure, 1 Foolish, 1 Dark Hole, 3 MST. These are our staples. That's an E-Telly. 3 MST. Allure because we play a lot of Darks. Foolish because dumping Mizuki, Plague, Mally is really good. Dark Hole becomes Raigeki with Beelze. And 3 MST because we hate trap cards. Fiendish Chain, Deep Prison Compulse, Warning, Blackhorn, Memory of an Adversary, the list goes on. Kaiser Coliseum, Tenkies. Those spell cards too. As you just saw, 3 E-Telly. This card's really good with Mally. This card's really good with Zombie Master. Has really good synergy, and you can only side one out because it's pretty easy to in game 2 and 3. But this is really good. It starts your explosive plays and makes it so when people book your Plague Spreader, you're just like, cool, you still lose. And then for traps, we play 1 Torrential, 1 Warning. Torrential again becomes Raigeki with Beelze. Warning because we don't like Arknight or Big Eye or Pilates or any card that can try to get rid of Beelze. No Bottomless, no Compulse. Bottomless, it never goes off to me. It's the same as freaking Max C. Never see when you need it, and it's really annoying. And Compulse, it's okay to compulse the Beelze, let's say they took off like the Big Eye, but the problem is, if you don't want to give them back the card that you're going to just make again as an out, so it's okay, but not Compulse isn't the best. And it's not even that good this format, so 2 First Monarchs, this is one of our tech cards. This card's really good. If you don't know what it does, basically he's a level 6 trap monster, that's a dark. But you can discard a card, call any attribute, and he becomes that attribute, but you can only special summon that attribute. So, basically this becomes either a generic level 6 with Plague Spreader or emergency teleport. He has 24 defense. That's really good. A lot of decks can't run this over first turn, and he stays there. But he also discards Mali Plague and Mizuki, so really good. 2 call. Again, punish people for playing Book of Moon too early. Or if they kill Beelze somehow and it goes back to graveyard, if you call the Haunted and they don't have MST, that Beelze is staying there again. And even if they MST Beelze or MST call the Haunted, Beelze doesn't die. That's really good. 2 Raigeki break. We don't like Mizuki clogging or Mali clogging is the main problem. But this again answers cards that kind of annoy Beelze, Fiendish Chain, monsters, just really good in general, and it's chainable. So, 2 Fiendish Chain. This is mainly because the breakthrough skill wasn't the main before, but the Fiendish Chains were mostly because I didn't have enough stuff to bounce of Beast God whatever his name is, Vulcan the Divine now. There weren't enough face-ups to bounce or to use as a gateway to just like clear the field. So Fiendish Chain their monster, make Vulcan bounce their monster, bounce Fiendish Chain, and then make a Beelze. So really good. 1 escape. This is basically a banished call to Haunted. You can special summon one of your banished darks. So this is really good against Deep Prison in memory of an adversary. The funniest thing you can do is when you attack with 3,000 and they memory of an adversary, and then you're like, oh cool, give me that back, that Beelze, and you swing again for 3,000, and they're like, that kind of sucks. But this gets back Mali and Plague too, so really good. And also Zombie Master, so you can get your plays going again. And finally, 2 Skill Prisoner. This is mainly for Arknight and Big Eye and Pilates if you ever play against Constellars. But Firefist can't get over this. But it stops Bear too if it ever happens. Veiler. But you flip Skill Prisoner, and if they only play 1 Arknight, that Arknight's worthless. Or if they play 2 Arknight, it's worthless because 1 Arknight, 2nd Arknight, you lose. Really good. On to the extra deck. For level 6s, I play 1 Vulcan, 1 Hades, and 1 Sahimeth. Sahimeth is there because we don't have Brionic. Vulcan's here because it's really good. It's an out if ever somebody ever steals your Beelze. Same with Sahimeth. But these are basically the main 2 you go into. Hades is here for Plague and Zombie Master. It can also be used as a gateway. But if you ever have a Plague and a Zombie Master, you shouldn't go into one of these. You go into these because he's more expendable. But he's really good in his own right. He kills Geargia Armor and Abyssland, Raikou, Snowman Eaters, anything you can imagine. Floaters, Card Troopers, stuff like that. Because when he destroys something, their effects get negated. So he's really good. And he's awkwardly 50 higher than some monsters. Like Dark Flare, which happens, I guess. But Hades is really good. 2 Beelze. It wouldn't be Beelze Turbo without it. Again, he can't be destroyed, period. And this is literally, why he's really good is he literally makes your opponent use every single one of their resources to get rid of this. And they have to play around it. He has 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense. Him in defense, he even limits more outs. You can't Arknight him anymore. You can't Deprison him anymore, so he's really good. And if you ever play against Boojins, just make this and they lose. You swing a Yamato and they can't crane you, or any Boojin for that matter. If they drop Crane or Honest, he gains the attack difference. He gains the damage you took as his attack points, and he becomes even bigger. So your opponent can't even like sit behind an elbows to Tormentor because he'll just crash into it twice. That's really good. 1 Void Ogre. He's probably the 2nd best Synchro. This deck inherently minuses itself, which is kind of annoying, but he mitigates the problem. You make this and 2 Beelze, your opponent can't win. He's a Sheehan when you have no cards in hand, and he's dark, so he's really good. Works well with the first Monarch, top decking situation, making a Void Ogre wins you games. 1 Scrap Dragon. He's probably the thing you go into the after Void Ogre. Just targeting Beelze and targeting Scrap Dragon, or targeting Beelze with Scrap Dragon and not having Beelze destroyed is really good, and clears away problem cards if you're scared of Deprison and stuff. 1 Crimson Blader. My friend told me to put this back in. he's okay. He wins games by himself if you're playing against certain matchups like dragons, or you're playing against Mermail. But he's really good if he goes off. So Crimson Blader, one red dragon. This is because of the first monarchs or his condition where you can only special summon dark monsters. But he's really good when your opponent's trying to stall behind monsters or like Marshmallow or something. You can just swing over it. And also you can bait out cards like Blackhorn, Bottomless, and Thunder King first if you just make this and your opponent doesn't know what you're playing yet. So really good. One Colossal Fighter, again, bait out cards. He's a dark monster, and crashing into monsters repeatedly is really fun. But just be careful. You do play Malleys, so don't forget that he gets the attack boost sometimes. One Darken. This is the one that a lot of people ask me about. Darken's actually just here to kill opposing Beelze or big-eyed Beelze. You need to kill Beelze somehow, and a lot of people just Fiendish Chain Vulcan, so you just E-Telly and go into this, so it's really good. For our Exceeds, we play one Maestroke. He's okay. He can be replaced by anything. I'd actually want to replace him with a second Exiton, but lots of money. But he's really good just against the Evil Swarm matchup because you don't have that many outs to Evil Swarm right away. Your only outs to Evil Swarm with the extra deck is Exiton and Arknight. So again, both these cards are really good. But he can be replaced with anything. Exiton and Arc. With Zombie Master, these pump out really consistently and easily. So they're really good. Exxon's actually mainly here just so you can clear the field first and then make a Beelze. So, really good card. Then, one Evolve Chain. This is one that you probably go into the most. Chain, you can dump Mally, you can dump Plague, you can dump Mizuki's. So it's really good. If he ever lives when you have a Beelze, he actually lives a lot because of Beelze. You can top like a Dark Armed and then just make even more pressure. So, really good. And as for our side deck, we play one Fire Ferret. I love this card. Weird Kamaitachi cat thing, weasel thing. But Fire Ferret's basically for Evil Swarm, Gladiator Beast, anything that likes to swing a lot. Boojins. Because they can't damage stuff a lot of things. But Fire Ferret's really good, and I love it. One Spell Shattering. This is mainly for Necro Valley. It's really annoying, but once Pendulum Summoning comes out, this is going to be more relevant. Spellbooks, I guess, is really good against 2. Kaiser 2, Tenki's 2. Overall, not bad. 2 Zombie World. Again, Beelze eats Boojins alive, so Boojins not that bad. But this is also good against Dragons. I guess Monarch if you ever play against that, but Zombie World's really good. And also, if they kill Beelze and you have a Mizuki Engrave, you can get back Beelze with this, so it's pretty dumb. 2 breakthrough skills. Again, this card's actually pretty good against everything. It's good against Gaios, because they can stall behind that for a while till they make a Dweller or something. Breakthrough is good against Evil Swarm. It's good against a lot of stuff. 2 Trapstun. Shuts off Gear for a turn so they can't Blackhorn you. Or just like Gear, or just like cards or decks that like to play a lot of back row. This deck does play a lot of traps, but you can side them out, and just shutting off cards for a turn and then making your cards are really good. And clearing them away with like Scrap Dragon or something, even better. 2 Dust Tornado. I actually like Twister better, but Dust Tornado is really good against Fiendish Chain, and more problem cards you can't get rid of, like Deep Prisons, Vanities, and stuff like that. Cards that you normally can't get rid of with Twister, but Dust Tornado is fairly good by itself. 2 Minecraft. This is the only card that can probably change. I never liked this card, but it's really good this format. Hits Gear, hits Firefist, hits Mermail, hits, list goes on. So, card's really good, chainable too. And then, if you can just call wrong and dump like a, what's it called, a malicious or something if you need to. So, equally good. And then finally, 1 EEV and 2 Deck Devi. A lot of things so many things in this deck are dark. Almost everything's a target. It's really nice to go swing into a Deep Prison with Beelze, EEV, and then call the Haunted it back. So, really good. Any last comments? There's a couple other versions of this deck that are fairly equally good. The one that Asian Eyes posted a long time ago with Armageddon, Summoner Monk, and Greffers. Build's cool, but This one's can grind better and also just pump out stuff safer. Also, probably my other favorite build is the one with the Tefnut and the Light Pulsars, just being able to special summon so many times. But that's for another deck. So comment, rate, subscribe, and peace out YouTube.